Hey guys, how's it going? This is Jesse from Rocky Zone. Today, just a quick episode on what's in the bag. I'm gonna talk to you guys quickly about my bow and just some accessories that I like to bring with me when I'm bow hunting. So first off, I'm gonna talk about this hard case here. This is a Plano hard case. These hard cases are beautiful. They stop your bow from banging around in the back of the truck. Soft cases, you're not getting as much protection as you're gonna get with the hard case. Once you strap this in there, it's really not going anywhere. Kind of nice to know your bow is fully protected. You got it already sighted in, you don't really want to bang around your sight too much, knock it off. So you got a nice little hard case there. So this is my bow. Had it for, oh gosh, probably about 6-7 years. It's an Elite Energy 32. Love this bow to death. Some quick little features about it. It's got a winner's choice string on here, set to 59 pounds. This bow is rated for 60 pounds, or up to 60 pounds. I just found 59 was as high as I can go and as comfortably as it could possibly be for me. I've got a few suppressors on there. I got my peep sight hooked up to an Excel sight as well. It's a 4-pin sight with self-leveling bubble on there. I love that sight. It goes in when it's pretty dark outside. Also got a QAD arrow rest. So this arrow rest, when I pull back the string, comes up. When I let go of the string, goes down with the arrow. Arrow comes flying out. Not much noise comes out of them. A lot less friction than the whisker baskets, which I like. The arrow is only on it for a little bit. With the whisker baskets, the arrow is on it the whole time. So if you kind of pull your bow down as you release, the back of that arrow is gonna wobble a little bit and you're gonna see it in flight. So that's why I like to have a little drop down rest. I've also got here a fuse stabilizer. So you can have up to 3 weights on it. I have the 1 weight at the front, 2 weights at the back. It's a shorter stabilizer, so 8 inches. I like a shorter one. A lot of guys will like those longer ones. I feel like they get in the way a lot. So when you're hunting tight bush, like here in Ontario, it's not very big. And when you're in tree stand, you really don't got that much space. So I like to have it nice and tight in here. I got all my weights closer to the back here, right in here, rather than out front. I'm a smaller guy, so it's gonna be different for every person. So if you're a little bit bigger, you can have them a little bit more farther out. Just depends on how you prefer it. So I've got in my quiver here, got Carbon Express Maxima arrows, illuminated nocks, and then I got the QAD broadheads on here. In my quiver here, I got Carbon Express Maxima arrows with a 400 spine. These arrows are really, really nice. Got illuminated nocks on them, and then I got the QAD Exodus broadheads. These broadheads are fantastic. Every batch is shot through a steel jump 6 times. So it goes through both sides of that steel jump. And if they don't perform, that batch is thrown out. So you know these broadheads are made to withstand quite a bit. So if you do hit a shoulder blade or hit in the bone, you know it's not going to get stuck. Hopefully it's going to go through. And if any broadhead's going to do it, it's these ones. I do like the fixed points a little bit better than mechanicals. I've had a few problems with the mechanical ones back in the day. Just left a bad taste, you know. And then here we go. I got a couple field points as well. Don't have illuminated nocks in these ones here. My field points, just use them for shooting around in the backyard at a target. So I don't really need the illuminated nock. Illuminated nocks are really nice for hunting. You can see the arrow flight path, which is really, really nice. You can see where you hit on the deer or the turkey or moose or elk, whatever you're shooting at, or bear. So you can see your flight path. You can see exactly where you hit on the animal. And then once the arrow goes through and through, you can be able to find the arrow on the ground pretty easily, and you'll be able to see how much blood's on the arrow, which will indicate where you shot on the animal. So usually in this case here, I like to carry these Allen keys. Everything on this bow is done via Allen key, so if, God forbid, something ever does come loose, I've always got these Allen keys handy to tighten it up right away. Or if I do end up hitting my sight on something, it comes loose or is off-centered, I got the micro adjust on there. I can get in there with the real small Allen keys and tighten it back up and adjust everything back to normal. I also like to carry bowstring wax with me in the case. It's nice to have in the case. You can just wax it up right away. When you take it out of the case, instead of going to find the wax, it makes you a little bit more prone to using it a little bit more, which is nice. One thing to remember while using wax is when you put it on, really with your thumb or your finger, rub it into the string, or else it's not going to get absorbed. Another thing I love to have in the case is a set of needleless pliers. Sometimes your knocks come a little loose, and getting them with your fingers is a little bit tough, especially if they're wet. So just get needleless pliers, get in there, twist it nice and tight. You're good to go. This way when you draw back, your knock doesn't come out and your arrow goes flying. Had that happen before, not a fun time. Lost arrow, broken arrow. Sometimes you never find the knock, so you don't want to lose broadheads and arrows. Not cheap. Second last thing in the bag here is my Scott Archery Samurai release. Really love this release. It's fully adjustable. So you got your tether here, which is adjustable out and in, depending on how long your hands are. And it's also got the adjustable wrist straps. So just depending on how big your wrists are. This thing's awesome. It's very, very, very sensitive. So see, barely put any pressure here. I'll just touch my pinky. Very sensitive, love it. A lot of guys will shoot fingers. Most guys nowadays, and girls as well, shoot with releases. You get a little bit more precision out of them. I have nothing bad to say about the Scott Samurai release. Last thing I like to keep in the case is a set of gloves that are specifically designed to be used with bows. So these are just Manzilla gloves. They're the fingerless gloves, nice and warm, but they've got the magnet here for when I'm about to release, and they've also got a slot here for my release.